Hello YouTube, my name is Cryonic Flame, and welcome back to the Joy of Building series. In today's episode, we will be building some weird hut sort of thing. So the main blocks that you will need for today's episode will be as followed here, and I forgot to add one thing. We want mangrove planks, or stairs and slabs, yeah. Mangrove stairs and slabs. So we will be using the two mangrove stair and slabs, mud bricks and packed mud, jungle wood, and just the door for the front entrance. The stripped jungle wood, this is once again the type that isn't the full log, but in fact just jungle wood, not jungle log. And then we will be using the spruce stairs, slabs, and trapdoors. So let's get right into the build. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create one sort of frame to this house, just sort of small side or front building. So I'm just gonna go 5 blocks wide and just go up a random amount. Let's go to here, and then we make it kind of like this, and of course it's not all gonna stay this block here, and we can cut out this front piece for the door. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is on one side of this build, or both sides, I'm just going to line the roof with the mangrove wood and slabs, and we can also add the upside down stairs here, kind of like this. I don't really know what this build is gonna end up looking like or what it actually is, but you guys can figure that out in your own worlds if you're designing with me. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add some details and texturing to this wall and use the planks, the mud bricks, and the stripped jungle wood as a gradient for this wall to add some color to it. I actually want to keep it like that, and then I'm just gonna fill in this area with the jungle wood and planks up at the top here, like this, so you can notice a sort of gradient through the build. Step one down right there, like that, yes. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take slabs here, go from this point of the roof, and basically just go down by one slab every time, all the way till it reaches the same height or one lower than the original sort of building. So basically right here, and then what we can do is build up a wall to right there as well, and just fill in this spot right here. This, and if you run into things like this, for instance, there's a gap in the roof, I've just realized that I've done this wrong. This all needs to be on an overhang, but you can just place one up like this, because the slabs are actually hanging at an overhang, so eventually it still won't have that gap in the build. So if you're like, there's a random gap in your build, just know that either you probably made a mistake, for instance, kind of not giving it depth, or you just placed the slabs in a weird way. But anyway, so this is the main look that we have to our house right now, and then we need to texture this wall as well. Get this done. And here, and what you can do for this spot right here, you can either just fill it in with a mangrove stair, or just put the slab there to finish it off, sort of, because it looks kind of weird from the angle that it was at, and then it just ends up looking the same, like just a regular, so it ends up not having that unfinished look that it did before. So and then we basically just use the same sort of palette and we create our wall here. I'm gonna actually leave this wall entirely mud brick because it matches up with both sides of this sort of thing. And then what we do is, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with the roof right away, and I'm just gonna extend this to how far I want it to go, and this should go pretty much the entire length of whatever build that you're making, just the entire length of the house. And I actually want to do one more than that so I can create that overhang right here. Where's that? Right there. And then what we can do is we can just bring this wall along here like so. So it looks like the side of the house, because it is the side of the house. And then we can just take the entire roof and extend it along this line here. And then filling in the thing so there's only a slab distance like there. And we can bring it all the way across here too. And for this little gap right here, I'm just going to fill that in with a mangrove slab. And once again, just bring it all the way to the end here and bring it up by 1. Because what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to leave this height as the main height to our house for this side that we have here. And then this part of the house is going to have a different height to it. Because on this part, instead of changing to the slabs, we're going to keep the stairs look to it. So basically, this part's going to be steeper than the roof over there to create a difference in the sort of shape of the build. And the reason it's mangrove wood and not any other wood is because mangrove wood stands out against the jungle and mud bricks, so it creates a cool sort of texture to it. And I'm gonna fill this part, oh wait, no. I'm gonna fill this part in with stairs and this part in with the slabs. And we need to do this one part right here. Like so. So now that we have our sort of weird looking roof, we can go back to over here to see what it actually looks like. And I'm thinking we need to add something to this side because it's looking kind of dull. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 apart. I think, yeah, no, 4 should be fine. We go up. Let's go right here. And we can kind of go like this and just create an extra little area to our house here just by adding a little square wall here and then adding the roof to it, which will look really good once we finish it. Like this. And that's the thing, if your building's ever looking or like it doesn't have enough shape, an easy fix to it might just be adding a random square and redoing the roofing a tiny bit, and you might have a totally different build at the end of it. And it will look a lot better no matter really where it is. So now when we look at this house, it kind of looks like this instead of that flat one that we had before. And then this would just drop down, and once again we have to fill in this wall here and to this wall right here. Kind of like this. And then we pull this across here, and we can build this part up as well. And then I'm going to add that there, there. One down there, one there. Here. There, and then of course add our gradient in, which would just be the jungle wood in different places. It's not really high enough to incorporate this stripped jungle wood, except for really on these parts, kind of, because otherwise the shift would be way too dramatic and we wouldn't really see the actual gradient that I'm trying to create here. So I'm just going to fill in these walls here, and then I'm going to start on the exterior details to this small little hut thing. This building, I don't know what you'd use it for, but you can figure it out yourself, because this would be one that you definitely could build in a survival world if you were next to a mangrove area, because you would have mud and you would have I don't want to do that one there because it goes to the corner. You would have mud and you have the mangrove wood and maybe jungle wood if you were lucky enough. Which, by then, your luck would be insane for you not to have something like that, because the fact that you are able to find a seed that allows you to have a jungle next to a mangrove swamp, next to just a jungle next to a mangrove swamp is even ridiculously rare. Like, come on. Like, I've never seen that. I don't think anyone else has, because it's so rare. And so, if this is looking a bit awkward to you, you can sort of fine-tune the edges here, kind of like this, by just adding a slab or a stair or two in a different place to see if it changes it up, kind of like this, so it looks pretty nice. And then what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to add, wait, have I done all the walls yet? Yes. I'm going to add a window right here to open light, and then we can add some cool little design thing right here. But for the window, I think I'm going to add something like that, and then maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do for the top here, though. Is that it? No, not that. I think I'm going to grab the jungle wood stairs, because it matches with the color palette, and I'm going to fill in this top part here. And then what we're going to do is on the inside, we have like a sort of stand here, maybe. And we add some sort of glass. No. I think I'm going to redo it. I'll come up with a design and then I'll get back to you guys. And then we can start on the interior of this little house that we have here. Going to add a window here. And some over here. Where should I put them? Yeah, 1, 2. 1, 2, I guess? Yeah, like that. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and then I'll get back to you guys. One thing I do want to say before I completely abandon you guys to do this wall here is that I will be using the spruce to create sort of windowsills here. So if you're following along, that's what I'm going to be using. I probably should have pointed that out before I said that, but it's fine. And sometimes when you're just detailing things, just creating small indents in the window, kind of like this, might completely change the way that it looks. Then I'm going to add these guys here, like that. Alright, so I found out what I was doing for the windows. I just did small little indents and the trapdoors there. And I just created this sort of mustache looking thing. This is just a stair, a slab of stair. And then this block was broken underneath it. And then this one's just a stair, a slab of stair, except they're not like these stairs are just flipped upside down. Over here, I just added 2 trapdoors. And then right here, I was gonna do something with these chains, but I didn't know what exactly yet, so I kind of want to do that now. And then I also wanted to use the chains to hang lights around the house for just like lighting and stuff, because they create sort of little areas to be able to do that. So what I'm gonna do, I think, well, first I kind of want to fill in this area with that same design we had going on over on that side. Maybe just like that. That's what I was trying to do. And then we add a little chain right here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put here yet, but we can just do things like that. And then we grab the lanterns, because they have the little chain on top, and we can just hook them onto these chains here, and we have ourselves some pretty nice lights surrounding our build. Just right here. Guess I'll add 2 right there, kind of like that. And to switch it up, I'm just not going to have a chain on this one, and I think not on this one either, just to add some difference in it. So now for the little thingies on the sides, I'm going to get flower pots, and sure, let's use this torch flower since it just came up, the thingy. We can add it like right there, sort of like that. And this could be like a sort of mystical flower pot hut or something. Look at that. And then what's another weird flower? One of those pitcher ones. The new pitcher plant ones. I've never done anything with these in creative or survival. Do you just place these? Oh, well then we can't use them, but for the flower pot, at least. But, what else is there? Cool flowers looking things. Crimson fungus. A blue orchid. Let's use a wither rose. Where's the flower pot? Because a wither rose is kind of like a weird sort of different type of flower. And then for over here, what we do is these chains kind of look spooky, so why don't we add like zombie heads and stuff? Head, no wait, whoops. Heads, where, would it just search up head? Yes. Let's do a piglin head and a creeper head, because I like them the least. And that one looks like a creepy monster or something. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna add our jungle door in right here, and then we can work on the interior of our house. Cool tip on doors: if you place your door sideways and then open it, mobs can't go through it because they think the door is open even though it's actually closed. So if I do something like, hold on, like this, and I close it like this, mobs won't be able to walk through this because they think that when it's like this, it's actually open like this way. For instance, if the door was like this, it would be open like that, but actually it's closed on our end, so mobs won't be able to walk through this because right now they think it's closed. So that's just a cool tip, I guess, when building things. So because this interior is looking a bit ugly, I'm just gonna fill in this area right here and just spread the sort of oak planks, or not oak, but jungle planks along here, kind of like this. And then we're of course gonna need to fill in our windows with actual windows. So I'll do that now. Let's just use glass panes. And let's give it some weird colors to it. So let's just do some this. Yeah, so we can just do that. I think I'm only going to use the red and orange and pink stuff instead of using the regular glass now, because otherwise it looks too weird with the clearness or how clear it is. Just like that, and we have a sort of little, it looks kind of magical. I don't know if you would call it that, but yeah, magical sort of thingy. And then we'd use, let's use stripped spruce wood, not the log form, but the actual spruce wood. And I'm just gonna do every other with the planks here, sort of. Making sure that, like, you know how the rotation is, making sure it's opposite from the way that the planks go. Because that way it'll create a cooler pattern. And we just fill in our entire floor with this, really. Oh, there, 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 and like that. And then we fill in the extra spots with the spruce wood. Or the stripped spruce wood. And we have ourselves a nice looking floor. Oh, come on, seriously. A nice looking floor. Look at this. So we have ourselves a nice interior. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this stuff out here and create just little tables on the inside here. So basically like this. And if you're using this as a survival base, I would not follow the interior that I'm doing, because the interior that I'm doing is strictly for aesthetical purpose and will not help you at all in a survival world. So basically, I'm just gonna have this table here, and we're gonna have a brewing thing here, because this kind of looks like a brewing hut from the outside of it. And we can just have some books over here, basically recipes, and we're gonna use the chiseled bookshelves for this, so it looks like we like handmade the books or something, kind of like that. And the book placement on this is completely random, just so you don't get confused at all. And then what we can do is, for the actual stuff, let's just add some item frames and put some potions in them. Fire resistance, swiftness, regeneration, because they're 3 different colors. Here, 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 like that, like this, and then this one's just facing the right way. Kind of like that, and then we have a cauldron, of course, and a water for in the cauldron, and a campfire, because on top of this roof I'm gonna use mud bricks to make a little chimney right about here, so I can't do it right here though. Where am I gonna do this? We can just stack the cauldron and the actual fireplace right here. And then we can put the chimney right here, maybe? Right here. But I'm gonna need to bring this up like that. Right here. It's out of place, I don't care. Kind of like that. And then you have, from this angle, a pretty nice looking survival base. So yeah, this is just the 360 view of it all. So, and I think that will be all for this episode. So, thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to learn more about building, make sure to check out the other videos on my channel. Thank you for watching, and remember, you can always build alongside me in this series, so why don't you just hop in a Minecraft world and build with me. Thank you, and goodbye.